following the sound of my voice, and the denizens of Magnaball, it is with pleasure that I welcome you here to the Boston Garden to celebrate the union of Adrienne Loeb and Nicholas Shea. I'm your wedding officiant, fish historian, and host of This Week in Fish on Jump Radio, Alex Krauske. Shameless. I, along with the bride and groom, would like to thank you for coming and making room in your busy schedule of sitting at your campsite talking about last night's show to be here. As in the immortal words of Bathtub Gin, we're all in this together, and without many of you, you can do it, We're all in this together, and without many of you, this love story may never have been written, so thank you for being here. I'm going to recount some of Nick and Adrienne's story, but it must begin, as all good stories do, with an oom-pa-pa. So on three, I want everybody to do the harpoo oom-pa-pa, all right? 1, 2, 3. Oom-pa-pa, oom-pa-pa, oom-pa-pa. There you go. All right, thank you, everybody. All right, so it's here at Watkins in the lost campground of North Dakota that Nick first met Adrienne and found that initial spark. It was carried forward down into the swamps of Adrienne's homeland of Jersey as Nick yanked on his tunic and dangled his stash, and romance was found as fish played yet another abandoned airport in the casino town of Atlantic City. And it was true that they each had found their sweet one. After that fateful day, tires were making contact with the road, and Nick would go to Jersey to visit Adrienne, where Adrienne would head up to Quincy to see Nick. When that was going on, I'm sure one of them was wondering, why isn't it Friday today? After a while, all that time on the road was too much, and the two finally reached a point where they were tired of driving away and coming back home without you. Adrienne moved up to Quincy, away from her beloved Jersey, but the pull of his love was strong enough. I'm pretty sure Adrienne would go halfway to the moon for Nick, so Quincy isn't too much of a ride. Flash forward through a few Madison Square Garden New Year's Eve runs and a couple of trips to Saratoga, to more outdoor fish at a soccer stadium high in the Rocky Mountains. Yeah. Maybe it's the thin air and legal weed, but there was definitely something brewing at Dick's that weekend. On August 30th, 2013, a night where fish told us that most shows spell something, we also learned that most shows mean something as Nick decided to make it official and propose to Adrienne. She said yes, and now we're all here today, of course. The story would also not be complete without the little gentleman born nearly a year ago, Sir William. He may have kept our couple from Vegas in a house that was haunted, but he's such a fun little guy, we're glad he's here to join them. Should we notice he was born almost 10 years after the Sox reversed the curse. So that's our journey from Super Bowl to Magnaball and all the shows in between. And now for what you've all been waiting for. The rings, please. Yes.
Okay. That's your left hand. I'm not good with left and right.
All right. No, you just have to say it. Adrienne, do take Nick in joy and down with disease, in good times and bad times, because I know you've had your share, to give him access to the inside of your heart, access to your thoughts on the way that you should be. Promise to let him know if you need a little less salt in the gravy tonight. When he's there, sleep lengthwise, and find yourself dripping in this strange design where none is yours and far less mine. Take him to be the fee to your Millie, the Jimmy to your poster nutbag, and if your dog or cat ever dies, will you buy you a you?
I do.
All right. Yep. All right. Nick, do you take Adrienne in joy and down with disease, in good times and bad times, because I know you've had your share, to give her access to the inside of your heart, access to your thoughts on the way that you should be, to promise to put a little less salt in the gravy tonight, when she's there, sleep lengthwise, and find yourself dripping in this strange design where none is yours and far less mine. Let her take her to be the Millie to your fee, the poster nutbag to your Jimmy, and if your dog or cat ever dies, will you buy you?
I do.
right. A benediction for the couple. I ask that may the good Lord shine a light on you and make every song you sing your favorite tune. And if you go there, and after you do, all of these dreams would be yours to pursue. The rest of your lifetime, devoid of care. If you keep your eyes open, you might find yourself there. You've got your nice shades on, and the worst days are gone. So now the band plays on. You've got one life, blaze on. Then the power vested be by the state of New York, under the man who is the one who wrote the Helping Friendly book, the great and powerful, the man who wrote the fucking book, the great and knowledgeable Iculus. And with the great people of Poundtown and Magna Ball as witnesses, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss your bride.
She took her job really seriously. Did you FaceTime the whole day? They were.
So that went well?
That went well.
Yeah.